Anytime you can play it back and see if you have some questions. Yeah, so I am sharing you the Sublime editor link, so you can download for Windows or Mac. So whatever you have, you can download and.
Oh yeah, I mean, I already have it downloaded.
Yeah, then you can install it. You can have it installed.
Yeah, I already have it downloaded.
Yeah, you can install it. Have you installed it?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, super. Okay, good. So I'll start with what is. I'll give you a very basic of things. So any web page, for that mean you browse through any of the website. So let me take like CNN.com. Whatever website you are going to browse through, as soon as I hit here in the browser, you can see refreshing. A small window, a small icon which is rotating, right? It is a blue color icon. Can you see there?
Yeah, I have
the mouse pointer. Yeah. So that means there is something which is being fetched from the server. So the architecture of a web application is, it goes like this. As soon as you access a URL. So this is your client machine, which is your laptop. And as soon as you hit, let us say CNN.com, the control will go to a DNS server. So this is like a index book for all names in the world, which means this CNN.com, this is the name. So this guy has to look up and find out from where should he give you that page. So he is going to look up in the.
Okay.
Yeah, can I continue?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So as soon as you hit CNN.com, it is going to go into a DNS server from where you will be. This is like an index book which stores this name. Whatever name we are giving, it stores this name and the corresponding server. So there is something which is the server. This is the actual place where the CNN.com resides. This can be in New York or California, whatever it is, we don't know where it is, but this guy will know the address book. He will know where this server is. So as soon as you hit something, it goes to a server and it goes to the main server. From the main server, this is going to return you back something.
So this is all HTML, right? This 3 parts.
The basics of web. You have to first know how the web works. Only then you'll know where HTML fits in, why HTML came. So this is the origin. This is the initial story of why HTML came, or what is HTML. So this is called a request and this is called a response. So when you hit CNN.com, in my case, when I hit CNN.com, it's when it went to a place and it brought back and it is displaying me a page which has these news. These are displayed in HTML. So whatever you see visually is what is being returned back from a server as a response as a HTML file. So if you see this content, by this mean you go to any website, whatever website you browse, you see any content. This content has three parts. The first part is the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. These are the three parts in the response. Whatever this guy is responding, he will be responding with three content in it: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So HTML is what you see. What you see in the screen is the HTML. How you see the visual colors, these are the styles, which is the CSS, and JavaScript is the action. So it's similar to like structures, and we have the styles and we have the action. HTML is just a structure. So what you see here, any website, you can go to youtube.com, whatever you go, the structure and the colors. If you see a color, it is CSS. You see on mouse over, you see a red color. This is a big font. This is a small font. There is an italic. Whatever you see, the styling
It's all
is
CSS,
done
right?
by the CSS. HTML cannot do a makeup. It cannot beautify anything. It needs one more person, that is the CSS.
So
And
HTML is like plain dark writing, right?
you
Just
got it.
plain dark writing.
That is. So if I give an analogy in terms of real world, only then people can easily remember. The analogy I take is a car. The structure of the car is HTML. The outside, the paint we have, the color of the car, that is the CSS. And when you do some action, you press the horn, it should horn. You switch on the light, it should switch on. The interaction.
Yeah, that's
that is
JavaScript.
JavaScript. Correct. So without interaction, the car is just a plain, it's like a museum. You cannot do anything. So if you switch on the car, it should start. If you kick the accelerator, it should move on. So all these interactions to the HTML is provided by the JavaScript. So without JavaScript, HTML is a plain text which cannot do anything. Is that clear so far?
Yeah. I understand that part.
Okay, good. So we will go into the first program directly. So I'll create a folder, and end of the day I'll share all these things. Let me clear this.
And you're recording the screen, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll create a folder here as today is what, 6/6/2021. So I have it. So I just right click and create a new document, new file, and just name it as 6/6/2021.html. That's all. The HTML is ready. Okay. There is a small thing which the Windows system might not allow you. Meaning, what I mean is, you have to go to View Options, and under the View tab, there will be something as Hide Extension for Known File Type. This checkbox, you have to uncheck it. Usually, by default, Windows will have this checked. I'll show you what it means. If this is checked, means when you right click and you create a new file, you will not get an extension. If you notice, you don't see a file extension as .html. What you will do, you will give like first file
you have to type down HTML, right? And then it's going to work.
I'm sorry, what is that?
Yeah, you mean you have to write down HTML and then it's gonna work, right?
No, even if you write HTML and you save it, you see here the type, it is text file.
Oh,
This is the default Windows feature. Even if you give like .html, it is considered as file name. The file name is file name.html, and then the extension is a txt. To eliminate this, we go to view, options, and under view tab, hide extension for known file type is on. You have to switch it off. And as soon as you switch off, just note here, I'm going to give apply. As I give apply, just note the extension will start displaying here. The actual extension, it is txt. Do you get that?
yeah, I do get it.
Okay. So in your system, yeah.
Sir, 1 second.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm here. I thought you're like you asked me to wait for something. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Continue.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll continue. So once you do that setting change, from then on we can create the files with the proper extension. So let me delete this. So we have this first file. You can open with Sublime, and you have your first file, first HTML ready. So welcome to HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Just do something and save it, and go back to the file and right click, open with Chrome. See here the first content which is done. Okay. This is a very basic, the first program into HTML. Now, no, I can't hear you. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello. Hello. No, I'm not able to hear you. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Ah, yes. Now I can hear you.
Oh, there we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. What was the
Okay, so
problem?
I think it's my speaker.
Okay.
Yeah, continue, man. Sorry about
Yeah.
that.
So this is the first program we have written in HTML. Now let us quickly bring in CSS and also JavaScript into it. So this HTML tag I want to be in blue color. So what I will do, I will add a div. We'll come into these things in depth later, but style equal to color and blue. So I want it in blue color. So I give inside a tag and I give blue. If I go back to the page and refresh, I see it in blue color. And now let me add the first JavaScript here. So JavaScript, I said, are the actions. JavaScript are the actions for the HTML page. So any HTML page will have a head and a body. There will be two sections. There will be a head section and there will be a body section. Head is an invisible section. Body is the visible section. So let us first add the first JavaScript here. What I need to do is when this page is loading, it should welcome me. That, hey, Rajesh, welcome to JavaScript programming. So to do that, the simple way is I'll give here in the body on load, which is on load of when the body is loading, just give me alert. Welcome to JS. Give this and you refresh here. The first JavaScript is loaded. So this is the interaction with the page.
That was for the body, right?
Yes, the body is what you see the entire page. Body is the visible part of the HTML. The head is the invisible part.
Which
So
part
in
is it
the
again?
the HTML has two sections. One is the visible section, the other is the invisible section. The invisible section is used for importing of files and SEO analytics. So we'll come into that later. For now, I'll delete it. We just have a body and on load, I want to do an alert. This is the first simple JavaScript introduction. So once we have, yeah.
Yes. Question, what does onload mean?
Onload means when this page is getting loaded, when the browser is actually loading this particular HTML file, we have to do an alert. That is what is happening. When the page is loading, this alert is getting displayed.
Okay.
Okay. Let us say I don't want to display the alert on the page load. I want to do it when I click on a button. So let us go ahead and add a button tag here. Button, click me. So this on load I have to do on a button click. So what I will do, we have an on click in the button. So which means when the button is clicked, on click equal to greet me. This is called a JavaScript function. We'll come more into this later. When I need to do like this, all I have to do is go here. We have the head section. In there, add a script. This is how we write a JavaScript. All the script has to be written inside the script tag. This is called a tag, and any JavaScript code you write has to be within this tag. Otherwise, the page will not recognize that it is a JavaScript. Okay.
Okay.
So here I will write a function. We will see more about what is a function in detail later. So on click, I have to call something. In that something, I'll put this alert. I'll cut this and I'll move it inside this something. So this is taken. Now if you see, so when this page is now loaded, we don't see an alert. But when I click this button, we will see an alert. Got that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So this interaction, now the user, without this click function, if I don't have a click function, this page will be just a plain page and there will be no interaction. I click here, nothing happens. So JavaScript actually provides the interaction to the web page. Without JavaScript, you will not be able to click, or you will not be able to alert to the user, or whatever it is, you cannot do it. So that's the first JavaScript. Now let us add an image to this page. So to add an image, img is the tag image, and you have to give where the image is located. So I already have downloaded an image of Tom and Jerry. So I'll copy this file, and you see here, I give Tom and Jerry. The file will not come. The image will not come. Instead, you will see a broken image. This is called a broken image. The reason it is not coming is the HTML is inside 6621 folder, but the image is outside that folder. So the image has to be within the same folder, or you have to give here a correct path for the HTML to reach that image. So let's take a moment and see what is the error. So HTML and JavaScript, whatever errors you are getting, you can go to inspect. You can right click here and go to inspect. There'll be something here, console. See here, failed to load the resource. File not found. tomandjerry.png. So see here the full path. It's trying to load in rs server 66 and tomjerry.png. But the file is actually outside. So I'll show you both the ways. One is, if I move this file inside, it is going to work. But if I don't move the file inside, I have to show the HTML to reach that file, all I have to give is double dot, meaning come out of the current directory. If you give a double dot, come out of the directory one level, come out one level, and you can see a file.
Wait, is the double dot like a undo thing?
Not undo.
Is it like,
It is coming out one level below this current folder. We have to tell to the HTML where to find the file. So by default, HTML will search for the images in the same directory as the file is. If I want to tell you where that image is, what will I tell? You come out of this folder, correct? We are telling in English sentence like come out of this folder and you can see the image.
okay.
The same way to HTML, what we will tell, you come out of this folder, one level you come out. Let us say this file is not here. It is like one level here again. Okay. In this case, again, it is not able to find. Now what we have to do, it has to come two level outside from the current directory. So dot one level, so two folders, come out two folders, then you will find the file. Is this clear?
Okay.
See, one more clue is you can see the error. See where it is going. It's into E project, RS server, and Tom Jerry. But where the file is, it should come out of this folder. It should come out of this folder, and the file is in this folder, RS folder. So okay, always give the path from the current file, wherever the current file is. So let me move it back inside here. Let us say here I am having the file in, I'll create an images folder and I'll place all the images inside this. Now from the current directory, it has to go inside images directory. The program has to go. So we will not give double dot is for coming out. We will tell images. The file is inside images directory. To give dot from the current directory, dot is a current directory. You go into the images folder.
Okay, I think I'm getting it.
Yeah, you try it, you look at. So one more thing is, okay, so this console anytime you can use it, and when you right click, you go to inspect. I want to show you something here. There is a 3 dot at the right side, and you see 4 different icons here. The highlighted is blue, which means it is at the bottom. If I give the right side, the console is going to come in the right side. The shaded box will help you to find out where the console is. If I give here, it will go to the left side. If I go dock, it's going to come out as a separate window, but usually we'll keep it at the bottom so that the page is visible and also the console is visible.
Okay.
So the console will, you can see the errors here. If at all something is not working properly, one thing is, let's say I give here on click greet me 1, but greet me 1 is not here. It is not a script. So if I go to the page, refresh and try to click that button, I'll get an error. So this is how you debug the JavaScript. You get an error that the greet me 1 is not defined. Okay, then you will understand. It is in line number 16. So then you will understand that.
So what's wrong with it?
1 second. No, my kid is actually He is
Oh,
coming and
okay.
please listen. 1 second. I'll just put him inside.
It's okay.
Okay, I'm back. So this is how we debug it. Debug the now. So once I know this error, I know that this function is not there. So I'll delete it. So everything is back to normal. So now if you see my mouse pointer, it is when I mouse over an image, it is still as a mouse pointer. So let me make it as a hand cursor. So for that, in the image, I have to write a style equal to cursor colon hand. Not hand actually. 1 second. It is cursor colon hand only. Style equal to cursor. Okay, there is a double quotes missing here. So if I refresh, see here the mouse pointer has changed into a hand cursor. When I come out of the image, when I enter into the image area, when I enter into the image area, it is changing into a hand. You would have noticed in many of the websites, this will be done. So if we give style equal to cursor hand, this will change. Okay, now keeping this at one side. So I said you about the tools. I gave an introduction how the web page loads and how the JavaScript gets loaded. So I'll show you when this HTML is getting loaded, we can see that the JavaScript also is loaded here. See here.
Yes.
So whatever we gave, the entire script also gets loaded in this page. And page load event. Yeah. So we saw about onload. And now what we will do here, when I click this button, it is currently calling welcome to JavaScript. Okay. Now here I want to get your name, like, hey, please enter your name. So for that, just convert this alert to a prompt. And just try running it. See here, it's going to ask me, like, so if I give Rajesh, it's not going to do anything because we didn't tell. We have to teach the HTML or JavaScript what to do after the user gets an input. Let's say after the user gives an input, we have to welcome the user by giving one more alert like, hey Rajesh, welcome to JavaScript. So what I will do is, I'll come back to this code shortly. So username equal to welcome to the, I'll go to alert. The syntax is alert, which is an inbuilt method. Alert, onload. These are inbuilt methods inside the HTML. So alert, hey username, welcome to JS program. If I give this and I click here and I give here Rajesh, see here, hey Rajesh, welcome to JS program. So whatever the user is giving here, I am caching into a variable and storing it into a variable. We'll come into that shortly on storages. And then I use that storage to alert.
What is a var? VAR.
Var is it's a variable. I'll come on that variable the next section. The variables constants are all there. I'll come now. So yeah, I'll come on to that variable. Okay, like in few minutes I'll tell what are the different variables. So this is I wanted to show how to convert an alert to a prompt. Prompt is something where we ask an input from the user. That is called a prompt. Alert is something where we just display something to the user. Okay. Okay. Now going to the next section. Yes, so we added an image and the on-click function. Okay, now to image also we can do an on-click. Like I can go on-click equal to, I can give anything like say hello. I will more on the functions. I'll come over. Just I wanted to show how it works. So you'll get a first feel of it. I'll give an alert. Hey, I am Tom. Okay. So if we go and click on Tom, it's going to tell I am Tom.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the interactions. If you see, as a user of the HTML, when I see the file, I am clicking something, I am inputting some values, I click on an image, and the browser reacts with me. Whatever I ask or whatever I do, the browser reverts back, and it also speaks to me something. So I feel like I'm not seeing a plain wall which is not speaking, but instead the browser speaks to me something. This is what JavaScript brings to the table. Now we will go to the data types. So this HTML is enough for now. So we'll go and focus on the JavaScript side. So the JavaScripts, like whatever, I'll go to a website, cnn.com. So if you see the content in this page, you can see that you are able to see a number. This is 19. You are able to see text. And what else you are able to see an image. What else you can see? The content mostly is text and numbers. So in JavaScript, we call it as data types. So the data types are either as a text or a number or a Boolean. Boolean is an on-off condition. Okay, so there are three types of data types in the JavaScript. These are called data types. So what is the type of the data which is being stored? That is what is called the data types. Yeah, so we'll go into, let us say, where is not this one? Here it is. Okay. Let us say when I'll go to the onload again now, I'll write a function. Onload equal to first function. I'll write this function, first function. So I can have a const, which means constant. Constant means the variable will never be changing. Example, days of week. It is always going to be 7. So anything which is not changing, we call it as a constant. And I do an alert, days of week. When I load the page, it's going to tell 7. So the first is constant. If you find any value which is not going to change throughout the program, it is called a constant. And the other things are called variables. Variables means the value gets changed in program. So as the program, as we cross over the lines, the value might change. That is called a variable. So variables there is a standard to declare the variables. We call it as a naming standard. How do you declare a variable? JavaScript allows you to declare a variable using 3 ways. You can have a variable starting with $, which is name. And you can have a variable as like this. And you can have a variable like this or like this. You cannot have a variable like this. It cannot start with a number. You cannot have any other special characters inside the variable. And more important, no.
Can you have it with that $sign?
$. Yeah, $, is allowed. These first 3 are valid. Valid. Invalid. Rest of the things are invalid. So this one, what you see here is a variable because at the start of the program, I don't know what this value is. Only when the user provides a value, I use this variable to store that value and display it. Do you get this?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So variables are something which are varying. In the regular English word, it is varying means it is not a fixed, it is going to change throughout. So when I give a variable, which means the value can change. So at this point, what is the value? It is empty. I don't have a value. At this point, until the user provides a value, it is again empty. Once a user provides a value, the variable value gets changed to whatever user gives in. So that is what a variable is. So we have variables and constants, and the variable naming convention has to be camel case. So just like how a camel back will be, the variable should start with a small lowercase and it should go into a uppercase in the middle and then come down as a lowercase. So if you give first number, we will give like first number. N should be caps. This is the correct way of naming a variable. This is not the right way. So always camel case should be followed. And the variable name should be as a meaningful one so that we can understand whatever is there. So I'll get these things. Okay. So what is next? Yeah, naming convention. Awesome. Okay. Next, I will tell you what is a function. So function is nothing but collection of statements. The collection of statements is called a function. We group the statements together within a flower bracket or a curly brace, and we give it a name with a parenthesis, and we add the word function. The whatever you see in blue color are all fixed. You cannot, these are all inbuilt. That is why if you use the sublime, it's going to show you all the blue color. Like const is a fixed, function is a fixed, it is an inbuilt property. So prompt is fixed, alert is fixed. So all these are fixed. So function is a group of statements which has to be executed when something happens. That is what a function is. Okay. Yeah. So now let's move on with once again. Next is variable initialization. So I said that I'm declaring a variable like first number. If you give like this, then we are not initializing it, we are declaring. So there are two terminologies. This is common for all the programming language, which is declaration and initialization. Declaration means you just give the variable without a value. But initialization means where second number equal to 1. This is an initialization, where you give the initial value of a variable. This is called initialization, and we do it using the symbol equal to. So if I give like second number is 1, where my name equal to RS, these are all initialization statements. And this statement should have a where, which is a variable. If it is a constant, we can give here as const. If you give const here, and you cannot change the value here. I'll show you that. So let's take this example. We have the first number, which is not declared, which is not initialized. The second number initialized with a value of 1. The third number, I mean, my name has a value of RS. Now, greet me. Let us say I click on this button, greet me. I will print the values. I will get rid of all these things. I'll comment it out so you can. I'll share this file every day after it is done, so you can refer it. So here, if I print this alert, first number, second number, plus my name. Okay, NANRS, yeah. Yes, first number, NAN. NAN means not a number. Since we did not see here, we did not initialize this variable, the first number. When I print, it is telling undefined. You have not defined this variable. I don't know what this means. And the second number, we initialized as 1. And the text, we initialized as RS. So it is coming. Now, let us try to change this. My name equal to RS updated. What we are doing, we are trying to change the constant. See, it is not working, which means there is some error coming up. We go here. Assignment to constant variable and type error, which means line number 12. See here, you cannot change the constant. So constant means what I said. Throughout the program, this value has to be only RS. You cannot change the value like this. But I can change the value of second number. I can change it here. I will comment this line. If I run here, see here, the second number has changed to 2 now. Do you follow? Any questions?
No, okay. I understand a little.
Yeah, good. So constant is something which cannot be changed, and variables are something which can be varied. So that is why it is called a variable, and constant's value will always remain throughout the execution of the program. So that is the variables and constants. Now, let me go to a new program. I'll close this out. I will create a new program. 6.6.2021.html. I'll remove this txt. Oh, it is the same name. I'll rename as 1_1. So open with Chrome, nothing is there. So we are going to create a pizza application where we will be getting the user name and the number of pizza they want, and we will show them the price of the pizza they have to pay using the JavaScript. We'll show how do we use the JavaScript. So the first thing I said is HTML.
And then one thing, I want to make sure, has it been 1 hour already?
Yeah, it is 1 hour now.
Yeah. Let's do this part tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, sure. Okay then. Yeah.
Yeah. Tomorrow around 10 p.m.
Same time, right?
Yeah, same time.
Okay, it's been 50 minutes. One second, I'll share the screen. You can see here, right?
Oh, it's been how long? 1 hour or 15 minutes?
1 hour. Yeah, it is 1 hour actually. I switched off now. It is telling 1 hour.
Okay.
The Upwork.
Yeah, okay. Let's continue tomorrow, okay? Can you send me the file that you've downloaded?
Yes. Where, do you have an email like you can, or I can share you in WhatsApp? Is that okay?
Yeah. Can you first share it before I turn it off?
What should I do?
Can you first send it from WhatsApp before I turn it off?
Okay, 1 second. Let me send it now itself. Or you have this chat open, right? Zoom chat.
Yeah, I do.
I'll send it here. So I'll zip this folder, add to wrap, and yeah, can you check? It's a 150 KB file.
Hold on.
Did you get it?
I got it. Let me just save it.
Yes, please. So when you get some time, just use that to practice.
Yeah. Hey man, one more thing. What about the recording?
Recording, I'll give you a link. I will upload and then I'll share you a link in the WhatsApp. So it will be available. It will be a private upload. So only you can have a look at it.
Okay, sounds good, man. Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.